Welcome to the RadioU Podcast. Coming up, trying to explain 6'7" to your grandparents.
Also, Stranger Things Season 5 might be shorter than we think.
All that and more on the way next. Another streaming service has decided to rebrand 8772 RadioU. I'll be honest, this one kind of makes sense. Apple TV Plus subtly revealed in a press release for the F1 movie that they are now just going to be known as Apple TV.
Okay.
Which I think makes sense because I just think everybody called it that anyways, right?
I feel like that's probably true. I think I mentioned it was at Apple TV Plus. I probably said that. But I will say, isn't there like a device that they have that you can hook up to your TV?
This is what I was confused about too.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I know that was a thing.
Is that still?
But is it still a thing?
I think it's still a thing because I think this article mentions that the rebrand might actually cause some potential confusion because that device still exists.
Yeah, but like I said, was everybody going through all the trouble of Apple TV Plus anyways? Like if you just said, hey, I'm watching this new show on Apple TV, I think everybody knew what you were talking about.
Yeah.
And so just keep it simple, stupid. Now, I was always wondering with all of these things, I'm like, what is plus what?
Yeah.
Like,
what does that mean?
What is that? Does that mean there's an Apple TV minus? Where do I find that? Is it cheaper? Because I think I'd like that.
Well, the device was the regular Apple TV,
okay.
so this was the added Apple TV.
But you didn't get both together.
No.
You
could.
If it's plus, that means you have to get everything that's with the basic, that's just with Apple TV, and then plus something.
Yeah. But you could get them separately. You could get them together if you wanted.
So the plus never really made sense.
Yeah.
And it doesn't for Disney either.
No, to Disney, it definitely doesn't make sense. I think they were just like, well, we can't call our streaming service Disney.
Disney, yeah.
So we have to call it Disney
And
Plus.
we can't do Disney Max. That's already taken. So what do we do? Although, wait a minute. If we're talking this out, now the Disney Plus does kind of make sense.
Why?
Because it's basically like all Disney, but also like all of Hulu and ESPN.
Yeah, good point. There's
so
added stuff.
But it wasn't like that at first.
Yeah.
So, but if you changed it too much, maybe they knew all along. And so they're like, let's just get people used to this instead of changing like every other streaming service seems to do at least at one point.
Right. Although Disney, I think from the very beginning had all of like the Nat Geo stuff in it. So that could be considered plus content.
That's a plus.
Yeah.
Now, where do we... Let's just evaluate all the pluses. What's the deal with Paramount Plus?
Yeah.
What are they adding?
Why are they plus?
Right.
No one calls, there's no like TV channel called Paramount. So what's it plussing?
Isn't that the one that has like Bar Rescue on it? Paramount TV?
I didn't know
Yellowstone. Yellowstone. Wasn't that on Paramount TV?
I thought that was on Paramount Plus. But is it Paramount?
It's not on Paramount Plus.
Is it Paramount?
It's on Peacock. Yellowstone is.
What?
Yeah, but all the spin-offs are on Paramount Plus.
Right. Yeah, that's right, because I've watched some of them. Well, it's interesting because I know Peacock is tied to NBC.
Yep.
So Paramount, are they tied to a big...
Yeah, CBS.
CBS,
right.
Okay. So, yeah, why aren't they just CBS Plus?
That's a good point. Paramount Plus also, you have to pay extra for it, but includes Showtime.
Yeah.
But that's not plus. If you have to pay extra for that, then that's plus.
Yeah.
And without Showtime, it's just Paramount.
Right. But I guess it's Paramount Studios. Right,
with the movies and everything.
Yeah.
They could have just called it Paramount.
Yeah.
Because Peacock is just Peacock.
Right.
And that's the worst name of them all. And there's no pluses involved at all. I don't know. It's all a winding maze.
None of it makes sense.
There's part of me that's like, I wish I could be in each of these meetings and like throw out ideas. And intentionally stupid ones sometimes just because they probably would go with them.
Right.
But also it's just like all the stupid things that they went over.
Yeah.
To finally land on these stupid names.
Well, Hudson, we have a special sighting that is coming in just a few days. And that is a bright new comet named Lemon.
Lemon? Yeah. Why is it named a lemon?
I think it's probably named after someone. I didn't look into who and why. But But
doesn't it say here it was discovered in January of this year by the Mount Lemmon Survey in Arizona?
There we go.
It must be the first thing they ever discovered there.
Yes, but I know that
time.
Right. I'm pretty sure that Mount Lemmon Survey is also named after somebody. But again,
yeah, you're probably right.
I don't know who. But it also is just called C/2025 A6.
Oh, a name that just rolls off the tongue.
Yes. So obviously it's lemon. Just call it lemon. But it's a comet that's expected to be most visible on October 21st, which is coming up, I think, this weekend.
1 week from today.
Okay.
Next Tuesday.
1 week from today. There you go.
Although dates with space stuff always confuses me.
Yeah.
Because are you talking about like the night of October 21st or the morning, like before this,
Yeah.
I'm always confused by that.
It might be a little bit of both. You might be able to see it in the morning before, like
But does that mean the 20th at night and the 21st?
Well, no.
The 21st at night
No,
and the 22nd
like the 21st in the morning when it's dark.
Okay.
And then the 21st at night when it's dark.
Oh, okay.
So I think just at any time when it's dark on the 21st, you should be able to see this.
Yeah.
You'll be able to see this in the sky when it's dark outside. A new moon is going to be happening, so that's going to make it pretty dark and a little bit better for viewing this without a telescope or binoculars. But this is pretty cool because the next time that you could potentially see this would be the year 3175. So
if we even make it there.
Right. If you miss it now, you're not seeing it again.
This is it.
This is your last chance to see melon
So
or lemon.
Which direction do we look?
Let's see. Does it mention that? I don't think it does mention which direction it's traveling.
So just generally the sky.
Yeah, just look for something that's moving.
That's cool. Yeah. So wait,
Comet.
it's most visible on October 21st, but like that's not the only time it's visible at all, right? Like we've got some leeway here.
Yeah, you should be able, like, I think within the next few days, maybe you could look up. So right now, as it's tracking, it says it'll be more visible in the morning.
Okay.
So when it's dark in the morning,
Yeah.
less visible at night.
So literally, like, look outside now.
Yeah,
You might be
like,
able to see it.
You might be able to see it just now. But again, probably more like a week from now, you'll be able to see it a lot better.
You like space a lot.
I do.
You ever just like look at a telescope hoping that you'll see something that they can name after you?
I don't really have any telescopes. Like, I don't have
Did you
one.
ever have a telescope?
I didn't.
That's crazy. I feel like as a kid in Zambia, probably less light pollution, and you probably could have seen some amazing things.
I probably could have. Never had access to a telescope, but you could see some pretty cool constellations just with the naked eye because it was so dark there, and there was, like you said, very less light pollution.
All right. Well, keep your eyes out for a lemon in the sky anytime between now and definitely October 21st.
Yeah.
A new study has just been done about which types of cars and what colors of cars are most likely to get pooped on by birds. And that would be funny if I just stopped. Most likely to get pooped on. By birds, of course.
The Delco pooper is back.
Yeah. What they found in this study that was, transparency here. This was done by a garage and carport company.
Yeah, they have a reason for doing this.
Literally at the end of it, it's just like the one way to prevent, no matter what kind of car you have, is by getting a carport or garage. But nevertheless, I mean, the findings are scientific.
Yeah, sure.
The most likely brands of car to get pooped on by birds: Rams, Jeeps, and Chevys.
Okay.
I have a Jeep.
Do you get bird pooped on all the time?
Not often.
Okay.
I would say not often.
There you go.
I never my car is rarely parked under a tree, though, so I do think that helps.
Yep.
But that said, I did have a drive-by pooping the other day.
Oh, no.
Like literally last week. And I think that's even worse.
Yeah.
Like if obviously your car's parked, you come back and it's got bird poop on, you're like, well, I guess that's bound to happen every now and then. When it happens while you're driving and the birds are flying, obviously, it's like, what are the odds of that happening?
Right.
How did that, how did it hit the target like that? That really, and it's all over the car.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so that was bad.
So you got to go get it washed.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
They also found out which colors are most likely to get bird poop.
Okay.
And what they found was brown, red, and black vehicles attract more poop than lighter colored cars, like white and silver, least likely.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So maybe it is that the birds can see it better. They're like, let me target that.
I think it's a coincidence, the different brands of cars, but I definitely think the color makes a difference.
Okay, yeah.
I feel like there's just something, the birds, they're like other animals. Like there's just things where they feel comfortable.
Fair enough.
And my Jeep is black.
Uh-huh.
So no, I guess like when they saw it driving down the road,
they were like, that's where I need to go.
Let's time this up perfectly.
Yep.
And they did.
I have a red car, and I feel like I haven't had too many scenarios where I've gotten bird pooped on my car. So yeah, I guess I've gotten lucky since I have one of the more likely colors.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's all you can say is you happen to be lucky. Or maybe there's something special about your car that scares birds away.
I mean, it is a bigger car. I don't know if that...
Bigger target.
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah.
You would think.
The other thing they say here is that a quarter of U.S. drivers spend $500 a year on car washes or bird poop related repairs.
Repairs? Can you imagine getting bird pooped on so hard?
Yeah.
That you need to repair your car?
That must be
crazy.
a big, what is that, an ostrich?
Yeah, like what happened?
I do see
something went horribly wrong.
A picture here of a car that's clearly been, I hope at least, has been left for a while and probably under some kind of stoop or something that would attract birds and just sitting there, probably pigeons in the city somewhere. Yeah, this car looks
abandoned.
Yeah, but even that, I think you could just wash it off. I don't think that's repairs would be necessary.
No.
But $500 a year.
Poop.
It's crazy because I know we have car washes around here that will sell you subscriptions.
Yeah.
And it doesn't cost, there's no way it would cost anywhere near $500 a year. And that's as many car washes as you can possibly do.
Right.
So why are you spending $500 a year?
Who's spending that amount of money?
Yeah, that's a waste. The 6-7 song is going to be in GTA 6.
Oh, boy.
8772 Radio U. That's what Skrilla says. Obviously, Skrilla, of course, the artist behind the song, which is actually technically Doot Doot 6-7. In a recent podcast interview with Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast, he said, I'm waiting for GTA 6 to come out, and they're going to have 6-7 on there, too. Definitely going to be me and my own person on there playing my own music. My first thought was, isn't 6-7 going to feel a little outdated when GTA 6 comes out 5 years from now?
I was going to say, GTA 6 continually gets delayed, and I know they're claiming it's coming out in 2026. I think that's true. I think it will come out. But yeah, these trends are real fickle.
For real.
They don't last very long.
Yeah, even if it does come out on May 26th of next year, which is when it's scheduled to.
The kids will already be on to the next thing.
Well after 6-7 had its heyday.
Yep.
Even now, 6-7 has some competition with 41. Who knows what number we'll be talking about?
I know.
When GTA 6 finally comes out.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess it's fine. It doesn't bother. It's no big deal.
No,
there's a million
not.
other things you can also do in GTA 6, I'm sure. So this is not going to make or break the game. But it could if 6-7 stands the test of time for another 7 months or whatever it is. I guess we could have some real fun with it in
Honestly,
GTA 6.
I hope it doesn't stand the test of time that long.
You don't want 6-7 to stick around?
No, I don't.
What do you have against 6-7?
I just think it's a little annoying.
Why?
It's just I just don't understand what it's supposed to mean.
It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, and that part, I just don't get why it's so trendy then. If it means nothing.
You never had anything you said that means nothing?
Oh, I'm sure I have.
Actually, this brings me, you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to open up the RadioU hotline.
8772 Radio U.
What is the equivalent of 6-7 for like different decades or generations? Yeah. Because, I always you get this kind of guff from older generations. They're like, when I was a kid, we never did this kind of nonsense. And it's
Lies.
like, you absolutely totally did.
I was going to say, we all had stupid things we said. I feel like growing up in the 2010s era, it was probably YOLO. Which meant,
that's a good one.
It meant something. It signified something, but it meant that you could do something stupid. It was like a justification to do something that had no thought behind it at all.
And it did definitely become way overdone.
Oh, yeah.
Like in some instances, maybe YOLO did kind of make sense or was kind of, fit.
Right.
But then people are saying it about like, oh, I'm ordering a second coffee today, YOLO.
Right.
Which is, that's kind of the thing that happens when a trend goes from like the people that like originated it
and then
to branching out to like
everything.
Once your mom gets into it, then it doesn't feel the same.
Which to me, this is a sign that it's dying, that 6-7 is dying because it's becoming too popular. So the kids aren't going to want to use it anymore.
We're going to move on.
If the TV station, the 6 p.m. news is covering what 6-7 is, the kids are not going to use it.
Once Jimmy Fallon does something with 6-7,
it's dead.
It's over.
That's the trend killer.
Yeah.
Jimmy Fallon, trend killer.
8772 Radio U. We're going to come back to this. What is the equivalent of 6-7 for different generations? The more generations or decades we can get in on this, the better.
And there's also probably multiple in generations.
Definitely. 6-7 has been around for like a year. There's other things that people are saying now, like young people are saying now, that recently had been said.
Yeah.
Skibbity toilet. We don't have to go back that far.
Right.
We need more. Let's see how many nonsense, meaningless things we've all said over the years. 8772 Radio U. We'll see what people are saying. Coming up, we have the Radio U hotline open.
8772 Radio U.
The question is, let me phrase this a different way because this is what I literally was trying to do for somebody older in my life recently. What is the equivalent of 6-7 for older generations?
Yeah.
What did your grandparents or your parents say, or what did you say when you were growing up that equals to 6-7 now?
Yeah.
And we have some good responses coming in. Julie said, psych.
That's a classic one.
What decade was that? Like 2000s?
I would say 2000s.
Yeah,
for
people
sure.
said psych, which absolutely meant it doesn't mean anything.
It was like a way to kind of refer to something that was kind of cool.
Right.
But also I heard some people do it as more of like a joke.
Yeah, psych to me was like not.
Yeah.
It's just a different way of saying not.
Exactly.
Like, oh, nice shirt. Psych.
Right. So yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like you're in your face. You
Right.
thought. You
Yeah.
know?
Adam says at 8772 Radio U, in the 80s, people would say, gag me with a spoon.
I know you just recently said that.
I said that. It's a great phrase.
It is. It is. We need to bring that one back, Adam.
Thomas might have nailed this one, though. We're talking the equivalent of 6-7 in like different times. And Thomas said it wasn't necessarily completely meaningless, but there was a dark time when people were shouting, "What's up?"
Oh, that was everywhere.
And that made it all the way onto The Office.
Yep.
That's how. That's
how big
by
that went.
time it was outdated.
Yeah, by that time the trend was dead.
Which was kind of what made it funny.
Yeah, I feel like there's just so many that you can think of. I'm trying to think if there's stuff that's older
Because I was trying to go back to like the 60s or 70s, and I can think of slang from that time, but I can't think of anything that kind of had a similar
6-7 vibe.
Yeah, that didn't actually, because like, oh, in the 60s you would say groovy.
Yeah, groovy, far
But
out.
that was just a different way of saying cool.
Yeah, that you would refer to something as cool, but something that was truly just like a phrase that was meaningless, I don't really know. Somebody will have to let us know if there was one that you can think of.
Another one I did think of, though, I guess this would be 90s, 2000s, probably more 90s. Booyah.
Yeah.
That is like, that really feels equivalent to 6-7. It meant, people would just yell it. It just meant none of anything.
Yeah, booyah, definitely. And I feel like it was a play on like is it the Marines that say hoorah?
Hoorah, yeah, I think the
or
Marines.
is it the Army that says that?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
I'm always confused by that.
I've heard it both ways.
Really?
No.
I was like, one will be really mad at me for not knowing which one says it, because they'll be like, "We would never say that."
Yeah,
or,
there's always a lot of
offended
competition,
that
it
you
seems.
Right.
We're all on the same side.
I should just look it up.
The American side.
Who says hoorah? Which branch of the military?
I think Al Pacino.
Al Pacino?
Yeah.
It is the Marines. There we go. All right.
Julie says, yeah, the Marines. She got it.
Thanks, Julie.
Yeah. I thought I had one more. No. I know what it was. Booyah is like people say, let's go now.
Oh.
If it meant anything, that's what it meant.
Yeah, but let's go's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
That's just always a phrase that people throw out there.
It's risen in pie. You know, the other thing, too, is that like 6-7 has such a shorter, in Skibbity Toilet and like kind of the recent stuff, the shelf life is so shorter.
Again, I think these trends are real fickle.
Like What's Up probably lasted a really long time compared to how quick Skibbity Toilet is coming on.
Because we didn't have the internet. We didn't have the TikTok to give us new trends and new things to say.
Back in my day, we didn't have the TikTok.
We didn't.
You still don't have the TikTok.
Yeah, I don't.
I have here the run times for the first 4 episodes of Stranger Things Season 5. 8772 Radio U. You tell me if these are too long, too short, or just right. Episode 1, Chapter 1, they call it, 68 minutes. That's an hour and 8 minutes. Chapter 2, 54 minutes.
Okay.
Chapter 3, 66 minutes. Chapter 4, an hour and 23 minutes.
Wow.
How do we feel about the run times for the first 4 episodes of Stranger Things?
Honestly, that was actually shorter than what some projections I had seen. I had seen that most of them were going to be like movie length.
Yeah.
Like that 83 minutes.
That's what we were, I think, expecting just because in the last season, that's what it was like.
Yeah.
And that was a big criticism, I think, of it was just so much. One episode was really a movie. It wasn't an episode.
Right. Well, because
maybe that's why they called them chapters.
Maybe, yeah. Well, me and my cousins, we were like, "Oh, we're gonna just wait until all of it's released, and then we're gonna watch it all together. We're gonna binge it all together on New Year's Day." And then we were like, "Well, we can't do that because the projected total time is like 22 hours."
Yeah.
But this seems like it'll be less than that, so we might be able to get it all done in a day after all.
Keep in mind, if I'm reading this right, this is the first 4 episodes, which are the ones that come out for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Then the second part of the actual finale of all Stranger Things comes on December 31st, and that's 3 more episodes that we don't have the runtimes for yet.
Right.
So that's going to definitely add some to it.
Yeah.
And there's no guarantee just because these ones are all about an hour-ish that the final 3 episodes, like that could be 6 hours of stuff or more.
They are right. And that's what I was seeing. I was seeing like some episodes that are going to be 2 hours long. And so maybe those final 3 will all be around that length. But yeah, I guess we'll be taking a gamble there if we try and watch it all in the one day.
If those final episodes are longer too, it gives it more credence of why they would split it up in the first place.
Yes.
Of because they just know nobody's going to be, if you put it all out at once, nobody will be able to get through it quick enough.
I have faith in myself. I could definitely do that. Come on, Stranger Things and Netflix. You can believe in us.
But I'm torn on this because while it was a huge undertaking to watch season 4.
Yeah.
Because some of it was so long, particularly the last episode or 2 were just actually insane.
Yeah.
But this is the last we're getting of Stranger Things.
I know.
And we've waited so long, and it's so exciting that the shorter runtimes means I have less to watch and less to enjoy, which is a little sad to think about.
Yeah, because you have less time with these characters that you love. And also, there's a decent chunk of time between this first part and this second part. Mm-hmm. And so you're going to be waiting a long time if you decide to watch, the first 4 episodes before they release
because they're all around an hour long. Yeah, I'll 100% be caught up well before New Year's Eve.
Yeah. So,
which, I mean, I'm happy that I don't have to worry about getting to New Year's Eve and being like, darn it, the new episodes are out and I haven't finished the old ones. One last thing is this just shows the power and reach of Stranger Things. How many other shows would we even care? Would it be news the runtime length of the episodes.
You're so right. Like, we would not care.
I don't think we could name 5 shows that are like that.
No, I think Game of Thrones, maybe.
Right, that's the one that came to mind.
You know, because I feel like the final season, they definitely released the times for the episodes were going to be, because we were all excited, and then it ended up being like terrible.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think there's very few shows that have this type of pool.
I really don't know if there's literally any.
Yeah.
That are still around. I mean, we could talk about them, but everybody be like, "Why are you talking about the Severance runtime?" Oh, today a big day, a day that will live on in history, in a way. What I mean is, it's my birthday, it's Allie's RadioU anniversary. And so these days will always be intertwined. October 14th.
Always be connected, Hudson.
Yeah, we'll always have a special meaning, October 14th. We haven't planned anything for your anniversary.
I wasn't expecting us to.
Do you have anything you want to do to like commemorate it though?
I don't know. I don't know if I want to commemorate it in any way.
What do you remember about your first day?
I remember we had your birthday lunch, because that's a thing that we do here at Radio U. We've talked about that before. And we went to Dave's Hot Chicken.
Yeah.
And so my first experience really meeting you and talking with you was at Dave's Hot Chicken.
When I wasn't interviewing you.
Yeah, right, exactly.
I wasn't grilling you.
We had talked before. We had done some mock breaks before with one another to see how our chemistry was on air and all of that. But this was our first time actually just hanging out. And I was like, this is fun.
And I don't know if you could remember if I was able to hide the disappointment on my face when we were out at lunch that day.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not with you.
Yeah, you're like, why is she here?
Yeah.
No, I don't remember you being super disappointed, but I also don't remember you gloating and being happy about the food.
I said we went to Dave's Hot Chicken for my birthday lunch last year. And it's the first time I ever was disappointed in my birthday lunch at Radio U.
So sad.
I know. So we're going to turn that around this year.
Yeah.
This year, I think that was the only time I've ever done this, where I chose a place I had never been to before.
Okay. Yeah, that's tough. You're taking a risk there.
But I had some people have recommended it. It's been expanding Dave's Hot Chicken all over the place. I've heard really good things. I like Nashville Hot Chicken. And it was just, it didn't hit. No, it didn't. So this year, lessons have been learned. Local cantina will probably be a much better choice. I've been there. I liked it. So I think that's going to be a great choice. But other than that, I think last year on your first day, on my birthday, we had a good time.
We definitely did. I remember me, you, and Nene talked about football almost the entire time. And as we're walking back out to the car, Michael, our general manager, was like, yeah, I think this is going to work.
Yeah. Now, what am I doing for my birthday this year?
Yeah, what are you doing today?
It's tough when it falls on a Tuesday,
it's
right?
True.
That's the worst day to do things.
Yeah.
So I am going out to dinner tonight with some family to go to BJ's.
All right.
The restaurant, not the club.
I think I knew.
Want to make that distinction.
That's what you meant.
We're not going to buy things in bulk and maybe get hot dogs from the food court. I feel like BJ's does that too. I'm not even sure. I don't have a membership.
I don't know either.
So I have to get my birthday Pizookie. And then kind of in a combined trip with another person with their birthday coming up in a couple weeks, we're gonna stay in a teepee on a buffalo ranch.
That is so cool.
I know. I didn't know it existed until they were like, let's go camping. And I was like, I'm going to find a cool place to camp. And I found that.
Did you find out on Airbnb?
It's not on Airbnb, but it's a site that's basically Airbnb for camping.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I found a lot of other cool places too that were further away or booked up or more expensive or whatever it was. Yeah. But this was man, that's going to be fun.
Yeah. I hope that's a good time. That's this weekend?
No, that's a couple weeks from now.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll report back. I think that I promise. I know I don't keep the Rise and Road Trip Instagram and TikTok updated very well, because I haven't been as road tripping as much.
Yeah.
But how can I not? TP on a buffalo ranch?
Yeah, you absolutely have to video that.
Yeah, that's going to be huge. Love them or leave them on Radio U Mornings. We need your advice for this situation at 8772 Radio U. I'll be honest, I didn't know whether this was a love them or leave them or more of a roommate debate.
Okay.
because it's not romantic,
Oh.
but it's not, they don't live together.
Oh.
It's a neighbor.
Oh. Yeah,
And pet sitting.
We need like a neighbor one.
Yeah, I don't know if that would come up as much.
I mean, there's some crazy stuff if you have like the Next Door app.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh, for sure.
Crazy stuff on
All right,
there.
let's get down to it though. Maybe after I read it, we can all decide. Love 'em or leave 'em was the best choice. We have a woman who says, I asked an acquaintance to pet sit for me. He did a bad job, but now he's expecting me to pay him and do him a much bigger favor.
Whoa.
She says, I found out an acquaintance who owns cats lives in my apartment complex, and I was going out of town for 4 days, so I asked if he could check in on my cat once a day. She has an automated feeder, so all I asked was that he refill her water and treat puzzles and scoop the litter box because she pees on the carpet if it isn't scooped.
She's a very finicky cat.
Yeah. I put down pee pads even to protect the carpet to be safe. I had to remind him day one because he hadn't been over by 10 p.m. and he finally went over at 11. He didn't go over all day on day 3, and he didn't tell me that either. I only know because I have a camera that he knew about. I just got back and the pee pads were clearly used days ago and he just left them on the floor. My cat moved them all around so the carpet wasn't even covered anymore. So she definitely peed on the carpet as well. I left the pee pads right by the litter box for this guy to use.
Did she tell him to replace the pee pads?
She doesn't say that.
Okay. Maybe you needed to be more clear about that.
So that's part one.
Okay.
Part one. He was supposed to go over 4 days. He only went over 2, and 1 he almost didn't go over.
Yeah.
Or he only went 3, but 1 was right at the very end of the day. Okay.
Yeah.
Part 2. I'm supposed to go away again next month, and he agreed to watch her again, but I'm definitely getting a Rover. You heard of Rover, right?
I haven't.
Rover is like, it's an app where you can hire people to do pet stuff for you.
Oh, okay.
Like Uber for pet taking care
Yeah.
of. He's expecting me to pay him for this instant, and he asked me to pick him up from an airport an hour away at 6 a.m. next month as a return favor.
Block.
I'll pay him for this, but honestly, I'm really annoyed, and I need to, 1, tell him I don't want his help next month, and 2, get out of taking him to the airport. That will require me to spend 4x as much time helping him as he spent over 4 days, less than 30 minutes, helping me, and I'm already paying him money. I also only want to pay him for 3 days instead of 4 since he only came 3 days, but I don't know how to address that, and or the other 2 things that I want to communicate without being overly confrontational. She also mentions that her and this guy have mutual friends, even though they're just acquaintances. So that leads to why she doesn't want to be too confrontational.
Okay. Interesting.
This was a lot.
This was.
Maybe she's overreacting a little bit.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're thinking that, he went over 3 days out of 4. Maybe she didn't tell him about the pee pads. 8772 Radio U. How does she get out of the airport and having him fail to watch the cat again, I guess?
Yeah.
8772 Radio U. We definitely need some help with this love 'em or leave 'em / roommate debate / a neighbor segment that we've never had before and have chime in on this love 'em or leave 'em-esque situation we have. The story is a woman found out her acquaintance lives in the same apartment complex as her. He also has cats, so she thought she could trust him to come over when she was going to be gone for 4 days and just scoop up the litter and refill her cat's water while she was gone. Mm-hmm. He only came over 3 out of the 4 days. One of the times he didn't come over till the very last minute with her reminding him. And now he wants her to pay him and drive him to the airport. And she had already asked him to watch her cat again, which now she doesn't want to have happen anymore.
Yeah.
8772 Radio U. How does she get out of all of this? We do have some good answers coming in. Allie, let's start with Mark, who says, don't have cats, problem solved. That's a good, simple solution.
Yeah, I mean, pets do complicate things when you're traveling, but hey, we love our pets, so we have to make it work. We heard from Regina this morning. She says, just pay for the 4 days and be done. You're unavailable to pick him up from the airport. And she goes, who leaves dirty pee pads? Psychos, that's who. I don't think I want to see this man's apartment with 4 cats if he couldn't help with your one properly.
Yeah. I feel like I can have some grace for the pee pads because it's not clear if she said
that you need to change them.
But it is kind of clear if she said the cat will pee on my carpet or the pads if the litter isn't scooped and he didn't come over and scoop the litter.
Yeah.
It is still on him.
Right.
And he at least one day completely missed on that.
Yeah.
So we heard from Tiffany who says, good morning, happy birthday and anniversary.
Oh, thank you, Tiffany.
I think she should have been more clear on her expectations. Lesson learned. I think she should just say, you didn't go 4 days, so I'm only paying you for 3. I appreciate the offer, but I'm going with someone else since my cat has special needs. And just say she's busy the day of the airport. Nothing wrong with setting boundaries.
Yeah. Very good point. We heard from Tim this morning. He's straight to the point as well. He goes, you have no contract with him, and therefore you don't owe him anything. He didn't even fulfill his end of the deal anyway.
Yeah, that's a pretty good point. I mean, you're not ever going to wind up on the People's Court or whatever, show. But if you did, you would not have to pay this guy anything.
No.
I would. And the idea that he, in the same apartment complex, to come over once a day for 4 days is charging you any money at all.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And asking you to get him from the airport in exchange is ridiculous.
Yep.
And so this guy probably sucks.
Yep.
She mentioned that they have mutual friends and stuff. That's how they're acquaintances anyways, so she doesn't want to cause too much drama. So I think the simple thing is pay him, charge that one to the game. And you're going to pay somebody else to do the cat the next time anyways, but you can say, I found somebody else to watch my cat next time, and I can't make it to the airport. Give him as much leeway on that. He doesn't need to know why. Just say you can't do it. Say you paid him for the cat thing, so you don't owe him anything, and hopefully that just, burns this bridge.
That's exactly how Nina said it, and I couldn't sum it up any better. She says, he sounds pretty entitled, so it's unlikely he'll recognize you're being reasonable. I'd pay him and tell him, you don't have to worry about next month as you've sorted something else out. Then send a separate message a day later saying you can't do the airport run. Simple, brief messages. Don't over-explain. Don't get emotional. Just brief and factual. And don't agree to do anything else with this guy.
Yeah, definitely not. And it is true. Again, it's complicated with other friends being involved, but I probably wouldn't overthink that too much.
Yeah, I don't think you need to worry about that.
You technically, I really feel, don't owe this guy anything, but you definitely don't owe him going to the airport or letting him try to watch your cat again.
Or like super long explanation text.
You can just say,
Nina said, short messages, brief to the point, you're good.
Oh, just the facts.
Yep.
I'm not taking you to the airport. And you don't have to watch my cat again.
Yep.
Email mornings@radiou.com with your love 'em or leave 'em. You'll never guess which child's toy is getting its own horror TV series. 8772 Radio U. Go ahead, guess. You've got 5 seconds.
Child's toy. I mean, I feel like anything that's doll related is scary.
Oh, not this time.
It's a little overdone though.
Yeah.
Got Chucky, you got Annabelle.
Tickle Me Elmo, that'd be funny. A horror Tickle Me Elmo.
No, don't do that to Elmo. I love Elmo.
The child's toy that is getting its own horror TV series is the Magic 8 Ball.
Oh.
Yeah.
I kind of love that.
You do?
Magic 8 Ball, even though, it's obviously as adults, we know that there's a limited amount of answers in there. But when you're a kid, you think there's more. There's some mystery around the Magic 8 Ball.
Okay, if you say so. But this is not all. Not only is the Magic 8 Ball getting its own TV series, wait till you hear who's attached to it.
Okay.
The co-creator and director is none other than M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, no, this is going to be bad.
Yeah.
It's going to be bad.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. If you were looking forward to this, you need to stop.
And the other person involved that's tabbed as a co-creator and writer is Brad Falchuk, who's done some writing for American Horror Story.
Never really liked that, so...
Yeah. This does not sound to me like a TV series. It sounds like a bad horror movie, like a Blumhouse thing.
Yep, exactly.
It sounds like a Blumhouse horror movie, but instead they're turning it into a whole TV series, which will stream or be seen on which channel? I I don't know which channel would possibly want this, but it is something that's being made. M. Night Shyamalan posted this out on Instagram. He said, been working on this a couple years.
Oh, no. It's
you don't
gonna
just
be
wake
bad.
up and make an Magic 8 Ball TV series.
Oh, no.
You have to work on it for years.
He spent time on this?
Yeah.
M. Night, what are you doing? Here's the thing. I feel like this is definitely going to be to Hulu because American Horror Story, I feel like, is always on Hulu.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I don't really trust the Hulu stuff with horror.
Mm-hmm.
If this was HBO Max and like an A24 was involved,
Okay.
I might have a little more faith. But
yeah, this doesn't sound like something
this
they would
doesn't
do at
sound like
all.
it's gonna be good.
I think this shows how far M. Night Shyamalan has fallen.
Oh, you're so right.
Like, he used to be one of the hot horror kind of, not, what's the word I'm looking for? I mean, mostly horror. He was a hot director.
Yeah.
He had these crazy ideas, and early on in his carear,
It
he
really
was hitting.
worked.
It was really hitting.
Yeah.
And, but he's been on a, like, decades-long run now.
Yeah.
Of just garbage to the point where I think finally, movie studios are like,
We're
we
not
can't
giving
trust
you
this
money
guy
anymore.
to give. Yeah, we can't give this guy a budget.
Yeah.
because it's not going to work.
Yeah, Trap did not work out. Trap was not good.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the most recent one. It came out last year. And I think it got a lot of people hype and thinking that M. Night might be back. And it just wasn't. It
Mm-hmm. Old was
not.
the same way, right? People are like, oh, this is a cool idea. And then
Yeah.
it sucked.
That's the thing is conceptually, he's a great idea person because the idea for the old story is perfect. It's an interesting, intriguing story. The idea for Trap is very interesting. The idea that a horror and psycho serial killer is in a Taylor Swift concert.
Yeah.
Basically, that's kind of what he was going for. That's an interesting concept. How would that be handled? But he just is not executing.
Yeah. It's he didn't put enough years of thought into those ideas, I guess.
Or maybe too many. I don't know if he
Yeah, that could
overthinks
be.
it.
Yeah,
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm like,
And actually, because he's known for the twist too.
Yeah.
So maybe it is. He's like, he just tries to get too cute.
exactly.
Yeah. Either way, like, it's been a bad run.
It has been.
And I really, really would be shocked if the Magic 8 Ball TV series is what turns it around for him.
I mean, if that's what they're going to call it, who's going to watch that?
What if Mountain Dew has been trying to warn us all along?
Okay.
What if 8772 RadioU, someone at Mountain Dew, has had some inside information? And we've been blind until now.
Oh, we've been blind.
Yeah. Think about this. The first time that Mountain Dew came out with a new flavor that wasn't just Mountain Dew,
Yeah.
2001. You know what it was called?
What was it called?
Code Red.
Okay.
What happened in 2001?
9/11?
Bingo. That seems like they were saying Code Red, something bad is happening.
Seriously?
Mountain Dew knew. But that's not all. I mean, that's 25 years ago now.
Yeah.
2004. Next new Mountain Dew flavor. You know what that was, right?
I don't.
Baja Blast.
Oh, okay.
What happened in 2004?
Well, I don't know. There's a lot, probably.
Tsunami.
Oh, yeah, the tsunami.
Coincidence? I think not.
I mean, maybe if it was Baja Wave, maybe. Baja Blast, that's a bit of a stretch.
What about this? 2008, Mountain Dew Voltage. What happened in 2008?
The recession?
Yeah, financial meltdown.
They're tying
How does
voltage
that-
to it?
That one may be a little more tenuous. But this is undeniable. 2024. Do you remember this? Last year, they came out with Star Spangled Splash. And what happened in 2024?
And I don't know. That would have...
Last year,
Okay.
Star Spangled Splash. Francis Scott Key Bridge collapsed.
Oh!
The writer of the Star Spangled Banner.
Yes,
his
yes.
bridge splashed into the river, into the wherever it is. What is that? Potomac River?
I think so.
I think the evidence is pretty clear. Someone at Mountain Dew knows something.
Yeah, they're aware.
And they're trying to get the word out.
Was this before or after the bridge collapsed?
I mean, it'd be pretty poor taste to name
it
Star
after.
Spangled Splash.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it?
Right.
When was this?
So we're saying
I can't believe that was last year.
So the conspiracy theory is that they're calling it. They're calling it
I
with
think
these.
so. I think so.
I don't know. They called 9/11 with code red. That's crazy.
How would you call it? If you were trying to warn.
I wouldn't want. Well, if I knew 9/11 was coming, I wouldn't just put it out in a drink and be like, I hope they find out what this means.
Okay, I'm doing some research here. The Francis Scott Key Bridge collapse happened in March of last year. You have to think Star Spangled Splash. I don't have the exact date, but probably would have been after that. But it would have been announced maybe before.
Interesting.
So the announcement of these new Mountain Dews may be foreshadowing major events.
Maybe.
That they're trying to warn us about.
I think this is all a bit of a stretch, particularly the Baja Blast and Voltage ones.
Well, let's just
I've never
say,
thought of voltage as a financial crisis word.
No, I'm sure there's
It's
some explanation for that.
Like if there was if the electric grid went out across America and they named a new Mountain Dew Voltage, that would be like, oh yeah, something's going on here.
Let's see. I remember there being a blackout at one point. Oh, that was 2003. Okay, never mind. Well after the Voltage was released. Okay, but let's just say, because we want to do our due diligence, right?
Yeah.
Let's say that Mountain Dew is trying to warn us. They have their next new flavor is Dirty Mountain Dew Cream Soda.
Ooh, what
are they warning us
saying?
about? What is about to happen?
What is that telling us?
Something dirty and creamy.
I don't know if I like that description.
I think something bad's about to happen. Something tells me something bad is about to happen, and Mountain Dew knows about it. I just don't know what.
I mean, I think we're.
I'll tell you what, though.
What?
Whenever this bad thing happens, it'll make perfect sense.
Oh yeah, it'll
be
line
like
up.
Mountain Dew knew
with the dirty cream soda.
We just weren't paying close enough attention.
Right. Thanks for listening to the RadioU Podcast. Don't forget to rate and review the show.